God bless football, Mikey A.
God bless football, Taylor.
God bless football, Stu Gotts.
Why are you pointing at me? Finger guns. Why?
I was thinking about making this my move.
Right. That's everyone's move, Taylor.
Let's think a little harder.
Let's slow.
Maybe like a little bow and arrow.
Let's maybe have a brainstorming meeting.
harder.
How about that?
Let's workshop it.
Okay.
Let's see what you came up with. I'm going to do it again. See if you come up with something different, all right? God bless football, Mikey A.
God bless football, Taylor.
God bless football, Stu Gotts.
He did the bow and arrow.
He did the bow and arrow, and frankly, it might have been worse.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the monitor. It kind of looked cool.
Oh my God, it was worse. Mikey is right. You know
Where's Billy when you need him?
Oh God, I don't know.
It's a good question.
No.
I'm sad now. Now I'm sad.
Yeah.
Well, I might not see Billy.
You should be.
Yeah.
We're 2 weeks away from football. You
I
should
know.
be sad.
You know what? This is it's annoying, Mikey. It is annoying. These 2 weeks will feel like 2 months, perhaps 3 months. I need regular season fucking football on my television, and I need it now. I need to react to a game. I need to stop predicting things. I need to stop talking quarterbacks with Chris Sims, who's going to join us here in a couple of minutes here. I need football, Mike. I need football.
I need stinky lines.
Yes.
I need fantasy football.
Yep.
I need waiver wire pickups.
Yes.
I need to overreact to things.
Right.
I need to watch one play and determine the entire outlook of a team based on that one play. I need it.
Oh, I can't wait to fire Aaron Glenn. I mean,
It's going to be so early.
Right.
It's going to be so, Holding in the first drive and
Fired.
he's gone. He's gone.
But I'll hire him back if they're up 10-7 at halftime.
Of course.
Yes, right.
Give him the coach of the year.
I miss it. God, do I miss doing that. Fired. That's my whole experience as a Jet fan. And 3 and out, fire him. 10-play drive, hire him. It's so annoying, man. It really is. Mikey, what would you rather be as a Jet fan? If I told you we could have one of 2 starts, 6-0 or 0-6?
Oh, man. I hate you. I hate you because you're going to make me sound like that guy. But, I don't care if they're 6-0. They're going to finish 6-10 or 6-11, whatever it is.
Correct.
0-6, and I think we're on our way to something.
Yes. Well,
March.
Right. Well, we'll see. There is no team that could blow a 6-0 record quite like the New York Jets. So I'm with you on that. But there's also no team that could blow an 0-6 record quite like the New York Jets. Meaning if they were 0-6, I could see them going on a run and finishing, like 7-10, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beating the Rams when they could possibly get Trevor Lawrence for no reason.
Yep.
And then instead they wind up with Zach Wilson.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not bitter about it. But
No. But I need fucking football. That's what
I need it.
Yeah. I need to cut a quarterback.
So do the Browns.
Do they? We'll take them.
He's better than what we got.
So Flacco's going to start there, which is interesting. He's 40 fucking years old, and Joe Flacco is going to be a starting quarterback in the NFL. I cannot believe that. Like that to me. When did Joe Flacco win a Super Bowl? It had to be like a decade ago, right? And to have
you just said Joe Flacco is 40, and I'm pretty sure he was 40 when he won a Super Bowl 10 years ago. So, right. Joe Flacco's been 40 for a decade.
No, you're right. Put it on the poll. Joe Flacco been 40 for a decade.
2012, he won the Super Bowl.
So what?
13 years ago.
Yep. 13 years ago.
The Super Bowl in 2013.
So the Browns have done such a bad job as an organization that 13 years removed from a Super Bowl, they're still trotting that guy out to be a starting quarterback. I can't believe that, Mikey. Like it's
Is it worse than what the Jets are doing? Is it worse?
No,
is it worse than what the Colts are doing?
Yes, I would say it's the worst. Yes, I would say it's the worst. Yes. Only from this standpoint, the Jets, at least you have a guy that's young. He's athletic. He has upside. He didn't win a Super Bowl 13 years ago, okay? So at least the Jets, there's an upside play there. With Joe Flacco, there's no upside. That's why I'm concerned. That's why I'm upset about the decision to start Joe Flacco. You have upside in Dylan Gabriel. You have upside in Shedeur Sanders. And yet the guy you're going to start if he plays 17 games, is going to get you to like 9-8. You know, it doesn't make sense to me.
Your upside with Joe Flacco is that his replacement is there. That's your upside with Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
And not only do you have one, you've got two, and we don't even know which one it's going to be.
Right. That's interesting. Right. Shedeur, Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah.
They do have too many quarterbacks.
Do we think his replacement's there, or does this kind of just feel like they're punting on the season? They have 2 first-round picks next year, and you're kind of just wasting this season.
No, they have 6 quarterbacks, and we have no idea if they have one, honestly.
Yeah.
Except for Flacco, which is why he's starting. I guess we just answered our own question. Now I know the answer. Oh, my God.
If I told you right now you could switch your Jets fandom, we erase your memory and we plant you with a new one.
Buffalo.
Right now you go into this season. No. You get either
don't get to
Cleveland
choose
or
the team.
Indianapolis.
Why? I mean,
You get Cleveland or Indianapolis. Which one are you taking?
well, he's choosing for me. Why? What do you
no,
mean?
I'm giving,
Mikey,
that's your choice.
Mikey, can we just establish that he thought he was just going to get to choose what team he became a fan of?
Well, why not? I mean, I
I
deserve.
pick the team that's never won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but they're due.
Sure.
All right, so what are my choices?
Indianapolis or Cleveland.
Oh, my God. Wow. Can I stay with the Jets?
No. I took that out.
Man. I think I'd go Colts.
I'll give you one more choice.
That's
You
the
can pick
least
Saints.
confident I've
You can
ever
pick
said
the
anything in my
Saints.
entire life. No, I don't want the Saints. Fuck the Saints.
Okay.
Colts or Browns? I think I take the Browns.
Oh, man. I hate that I think I agree with you.
Right. Well, because you
I
have
think I agree with you.
right, you have the steady as the starter, right? The steady thing, Joe Flacco, 40 years old. Then you have 2 upside plays in Shedeur Sanders and Dylan Gabriel. So, I guess I'd take the Browns. I mean, you're giving me terrible options. I'm picking the best of bad options. The best of bad options in this case is the Cleveland Browns for me. Do you agree with that?
Yes, because they have 2 guys that might be. They probably won't.
Right.
I mean, neither probably will.
Yeah.
Because they're the Browns. Mm-hmm. But they might be.
Right.
And that is kind of all you can hang on
We'll
to.
take might, yeah.
When you're a fan of a team like the Jets
Yes.
or the Browns.
Might's as good as it gets. Yes.
Yeah. They're not, but they might be. I'm 99.9% sure they aren't, but they might be.
But they might be. It's just nice to be able to say that, right?
It's hope.
It is.
And it's the hope that kills you.
Right. Because I never say, but they might be with the Jets. I don't get that, right?
They drafted Zach Wilson, and I never said, but he might be.
I
'Cause
say
he's
he
not.
won't be.
I knew that.
Right? I say he won't be. The Jets is a different kind of fandom. It's never,
Yes.
it might be. It's always, it won't be. This might be our season. No, this won't be our season. Every year will not be our season. It can't start soon enough. I'm tired of talking about football. Meaning I'm tired of talking about things that don't have games attached to them, you know? It's just annoying because we love this thing. We wait for it the entire year, since February. We wait for it. And speaking of waiting, I'm fucking waiting for Chris Sims. And I'm tired of waiting for Chris Sims. He told Taylor, Mikey A, that he would join us about 12 minutes ago. It has been 27 minutes since he sent that text. I did the Unbuttoned podcast. I did it for NBC. I did it with Sims. I did 3 of them. They told me to be there at 10 o'clock. You know what I did? I showed up at 9:45. Why? Because Tom Coughlin taught me, show up to your meetings 15 minutes early. I was 15 minutes early. Sims is always 15 minutes late. He's a fucking diva. I mean, wow. Yeah.
Being on time is late.
Yeah, you're right. Put it on the polls. Being on time late. Mikey, why are you so surprised I'm lashing out at Chris Sims?
Because he's making us wait. But I mean, welcome to our world.
Yeah.
Welcome to my Dan Shaughnessy
Right.
interview.
For full transparency, he texted me.
Asshole.
He texted me, gonna be less than 10 minutes.
Dickhead.
Where's Billy?
35 minutes ago.
He's doing Billy's show.
He's doing Billy show.
If Billy Gill had a football show, what would we call it? Like his own football show. It was just him. Billy Pill?
Dookie Bomb?
Oh, wow. Billy loves football. No one loves football more than Billy, and he's not around to talk football anymore. He's not allowed. I mean,
who?
He's been banned from talking football. Can you imagine?
Oh man! Oh look! Oh,
there's a
this.
motherfucker! Oh, I was just. Oh God, I was just.
Oh.
I was just singing your praises, Chris Sims.
Continue. Go ahead. Let me hear it. What do you got to say?
I said, why is this guy always 17 fucking minutes late? I was 15 minutes early to the Unbuttoned podcast. That's what I was saying.
Well, I told you for the last 24 hours that I had a crazy day. You weren't going to make me do this at all. You were like, okay, forget it. We'll just cook it next week. Then I was like, I feel bad. And they're like, okay, yeah, let's do it at 12. I told you it was a crazy day.
You did.
Yeah.
You told us it was a crazy day, and then you also told us you'd be here in 10 minutes. So I don't know at what point we're supposed to listen, at what point we're not supposed to listen.
When you're doing some of the big time things that I'm doing today, okay, you'll see how it goes. Right?
I got you.
We're doing Football Night in America shoot. We're doing stuff for Lowe's.
Right.
And we're doing stuff for the Super Bowl, right?
Wow.
The Super Bowl pregame show. Already filming things for that.
Wow.
So, as you guys with
you already
major
know who's gonna be
production
in it.
like that, it never goes on time.
Right.
It never does. So,
Mikey,
I'm sorry.
that's a great question. Who's in the Super Bowl this year?
You're already doing the pregame.
We'll let
stuff.
you know.
Who's
We're
in it?
just finishing the script up right now. It's really complicated this year because the emblem has a bunch of different colors, so we
Right.
got to figure out the two teams there.
Right.
But we'll let you know soon, okay?
Is green one of them?
I think so.
It's not jet green.
No, it's eagle green.
It's eagle green, right? It does. The last time I saw the emblem, though, it does have a few different colors this year. It's going to be hard for everybody to peg who's going there.
BFD with Mike Florio, the Unbuttoned podcast, Football Night in America. Our buddy Chris Sims is joining us. Billy's not allowed to talk football anymore.
What happened? Well, I mean, I understand, but
Right.
why? Like, I mean, yeah.
I don't know. It's
It's complicated would be the best.
Yeah.
Well,
the best
yeah,
way
I
to put
mean,
it.
Yeah.
he talks stupid so well. You know, you'd think you'd like him on so you could be the stupid guy, so you could all just straighten him out. That's why I like having him on. But
Yes.
sometimes it's so stupid he's not even worthy having on the conversation. So I get it totally.
Sims, what are you? We were just talking. Like these next 2 weeks feel like they're going to take 2 months for us to get to actual football. Like you're ready, right? Like this is enough already. Trying to like predict who's going to do what, who's going to make the Super Bowl. I just need fucking football, Chris Sims.
Well,
I need it. Soothe
I
me.
get it. I'll tell you what. I'm not as this year. I'm like you. I hear you. I can't wait for real football too.
Oh.
But I will say with this preseason, I have found it to be a little bit more entertaining than usual, Stugotz, because we
Yep.
talked about it on my podcast
Yes.
too, right? The amount of starters that are playing.
Right.
At least every game, for the most part, you've been able to go, this team's playing their starters and some high-quality backups for the first few drives of the game to where
Yes.
I found it worthwhile watching. I think we're going to get lucky like that again this weekend. But then, yeah, it's going to be a drought, and that's when college football's got to come in to save the day. And slowly but surely they will here with week 0 and week 1 on Labor Day and all of that. But, yeah, I'll be itching, especially after this weekend.
You surprised the Browns went with Joe Flacco?
No, I'm not surprised. I'm not at all. I mean, almost it has to be, and I don't want to say by default, but just with the injuries of the other guys, young quarterbacks, all of that. I felt like Kenny Pickett was probably in the leader house there before training camp started, but of course with the injury, and I don't even think he's fully back yet. I think it's Joe Flacco. Yeah, I was not shocked, and I think you and I kind of talked about that and thought that would happen last week when we were talking together.
What does it say about Shane Steichen where, they go out, they use the 4th pick in the draft on Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
They pick up Daniel Jones. We know what Daniel Jones is, but if you're this is what annoys me about it, Chris. If you're the quarterback whisperer coming over and
Right.
you use valuable assets like the 4th overall pick in the draft on a guy that you yourself called a project, why are you bailing on that project and going with Daniel Jones and not Anthony Richardson? It drives me crazy.
Well, I hear you, but there's I think some valuable context and stuff to this first off. And one, they don't have time for the wait for the project to finish, or their ass is going to be at home watching on a couch, Chris
Right.
Ballard and Shane Steichen.
Yes.
So that's where they're at, right? They're at a point here where they don't have time for like, ooh, it's getting better. We like it. Oh, I like it. He's making improvements. Oh, but we're still 1-3, and now we got to fight an uphill battle to not get fired this year, right?
Yeah.
So they don't have time for that. He is a project. Right? There's always the conversation here of like, first off, it's not over. He's 23 years old. He's younger than a lot of quarterbacks who are already in their second and third year in the NFL.
Right.
So he's just got to keep fighting the good fight. But also within a project, too, project's got to do everything the right way. And I don't think he's done everything the right way exactly the whole time as well, right? One, he didn't have enough experience coming out of college.
Sure.
Then, of course, he was getting hurt in the NFL a little bit.
Right.
He's tapping out of a game, which is the first time I've ever seen a quarterback do that in the history of football.
Right.
Okay. You hear people talking there in Indianapolis that he wasn't doing all the little things you need to do to be a quarterback behind the scenes. He gets this offseason, he talks about, I'm changing my diet, and I got away from Skittles and all that. So I think he's still in a process of maturing and figuring out the NFL and all that. And they don't got time for that. And Daniel Jones is, first off, more widely regarded around football than with fans, right? The league thinks Daniel Jones is better than all the fans and you and everybody else out there, right?
Sure.
They
Yes.
do.
Yes.
And if you saw Stugotz, I don't know if you ever have, maybe Mikey, yeah, you have, I don't know, Taylor. First off, if you saw Daniel Jones walk in the room, you'd go, holy shit, that's Daniel Jones? I mean, he's fucking Greek god. Anthony Richardson, you see them standing next to each other, he's bigger than Anthony Richardson in
Really?
every way. Taller, thicker, chiseled, smart as hell, pretty accurate thrower of the football. And I think that's the other reason, too. I think the Colts are a borderline playoff team. And to where you're talking about Shane Steichen and the quarterback whisperer, what I would go is I still believe he is. They went 8-9 with a quarterback who threw more interceptions than touchdowns,
right,
and threw for less than 50%, and still had the 13th ranked offense in football. Imagine if he's got a quarterback that can do all the checks and all the double calls and the huddle and all of those things the right way. That's where I think Daniel Jones can take full advantage of the Shane Steichen offense, where I don't know if Anthony Richardson could.
Chris, all great points, but isn't it
Okay.
Shane Steichen's job to teach Anthony Richardson how to do that stuff? If you're the quarterback whisperer, it's your job to make your quarterback good.
It is. Listen, he's trying, and we see improvement, and he improved this offseason. He did. You see it in
Yes.
in the first two preseason games.
Yeah.
But he also had just a, somewhat simplistic blitz in preseason game 1 where he got waylaid, almost got his head knocked off, almost fumbled the football and all that too. And I think that kind of shows you right there, like, you don't see Daniel Jones. That didn't happen to him. He's going to be all over that type of stuff. And they don't have time for this last little bit of improvement to be a polished pocket quarterback that way. They just don't have time. But again, I hear what you're saying and all that. And this is the hard thing about the draft, and this is the hard thing when you take a guy where you go, he hasn't played a lot, there's a ton of talent and potential, but we really haven't seen it all go together yet. Can we make it happen? And I think you still can, but I think it's just going to take time because he was more of an athlete who was a quarterback instead of a quarterback who was an athlete when he came into the league. And I think slowly but surely he's becoming a quarterback.
Chris, I guess I'm frustrated on the quarterback's behalf because I do wonder how many quarterbacks never actually reach their full potential because simply their coach ran out of time.
Well, yeah, it happens. That's the hard thing about the NFL.
Yep.
Sometimes quarterbacks don't get time because the coach ran out of time, and now the quarterback's stuck in limbo and has to fight another uphill battle with another organization or whatever else. But, like, hey, can we not, like, I'm so sick of people going like, oh, it's over for Anthony Richardson. It's over. I want to be like, what?
Yeah.
It's over?
I mean,
did we not just see the story of Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold? And, oh, my gosh, Matthew Stafford, he sucked his whole career. He's so bad they can't even go to the playoffs. Oh, he got it with a good team and won the Super Bowl the first year. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Geno Smith. So this ain't over. I have faith in Anthony Richardson. He's just got to wait his turn here.
All right.
Sims,
Yeah.
you called the Colts a borderline playoff team, and I'm a homie. I respect your podcast. I respect your football analysis.
Oh, homie, yeah.
Oh my God, where's Billy?
I love it. I love it.
Sims
what's
loves
up? Keep
Taylor,
talking.
man.
Keep preaching, homie. Go ahead, homie.
I
You're
was
gonna make me the villain.
I was surprised listening because you guys were doing whether a team was in their Super Bowl window or not, and I believe you had the Texans that they are in a Super Bowl window.
Yeah. I know I'm rare in my Texans take there. Okay. But I, love their coaching. Let's just start on the defensive side of the ball. The defense it's one of the best in football, and it's going to be one of the best in football. You could probably say it's maybe the best secondary in the game. Their linebackers are phenomenal. They got, two of the better pass rushers, and that duo there is up there with anybody in football. So I think it's a top 5 defense that way. Offensively, I know everybody looks at C.J. Stroud with a step back last year. And Taylor, my thing always last year on here, my own podcast and all that was it was being blown out of proportion with C.J. Stroud. It was stuff around him that was affecting C.J. Stroud. And, of course, the pass protection, not only by the physical talent of the offensive line, but the scheme itself was just not good enough. And if you listen or watch any of the Houston Texans game, you could tell that's the whole emphasis of the offseason. C.J. Stroud, more pass protections, him being in control of stuff instead of just listening to what the center says, and getting a new culture on that offensive line. I think they got enough receivers. I think their running back's good. I think this offense, it's going to be more New England Tom Brady-ish, fits C.J. Stroud even better. And I have faith in that Nick Caserio and them. They got a pretty good eye for talent and know how to build a team that I think their O-line will be good enough to where, I think they're in that window, Taylor. I do.
Sims, I got an important question for you.
Oh,
yeah, well, you've had Stugotz on the Unputtin podcast and has that been a little bit bringing your camp friends home to meet your real friends? Because I feel like when you're at NBC, you're all professional and then all of a sudden you bring in this jagaloon in.
Yeah, who was on time, by the way. Yeah, I was 15 minutes early. Tom Coughlin time.
Right. Yeah, the guy that was on time that couldn't plug in a mic to the computer, and we had technical difficulties in 2 out of 3 podcasts.
I think it was the highlight of our 3 podcasts together when I am going on a rant, Mikey, telling people if you want to teach your kid how to get into the podcasting game and have success, you would come to me. I did this 6-minute rant without a wire in my fucking
and
microphone.
Then we came back and we're like, Stugotz, is something wrong with your mic? Like, we're not hearing you all the way. And then we find out. Yeah, right. But definitely, I think NBC, some of my bosses see me on here with you guys, and they think it's hilarious and funny and all that. Are they used to a Stugotz type personality around here and flying off the cuff and all that? No, not exactly.
Right.
But they like him nonetheless. Like him enough that they let me bring him in and do it.
Yeah.
And do multiple shows, 100% there.
Right.
But no, I think the homies, like the people that listen to the pod, they're a little bit like, wait, we just had this Ahmed Fareed, who's this soft-spoken, like truly professional announcer guy that just kind of leaves it out there for Chris, and then all of a sudden it's, crazy-ass Stugotz with his strong-ass radio voice and all that. So I think, there's some people got to get used to things there a little bit.
Has he embarrassed you yet? Behind the scenes, at least?
My wire was out.
Or how about our first day? Like, I'm all excited because I'm like, oh, great. The first one ever. He'll be in the studio. He's going to make a great impression. He's going to look good for the bosses.
Yeah.
And he does it in front of a white wall.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, like, as we're about to start recording, it's like, oh, it kind of looks ridiculous. And his wife just hangs up a picture behind him.
MVP.
Right?
Good job out of Abby, huh?
Yeah, it's huge by her. Huge by her. Big time.
So you enjoyed it. It seems like you did.
I always enjoy it. Always. 100.
Oh my God. I really enjoy doing it with you, man. I hope NBC.
I hope so too.
Chris, I know you well enough to know you just don't want someone to lob up questions for you. You like to be challenged. It's football, man. Who cares?
Well,
you like to be challenged on stuff.
Well, of course, right? I don't ever sit here and think I know everything, right? Now, I have my opinions. I'm well thought out. I work hard at it. I study. But again, I've been around some of the greatest coaches in the history of football and heard them say things and go, oh no, 2 days later, that got proven wrong. So if they can be wrong, then I know I can be wrong too. And so I'm not afraid to be challenged. I do love that aspect of it. And football, so many people make things black or white, and it's just not that. There is some gray area in football, so that's what leads to good conversations.
Yep.
Coaches like Tom Coughlin, what did he know?
I don't know. 2 Super Bowls is what he knows.
Yeah,
I know that.
Exactly right. Mikey, I was asking Sims on the Unbuttoned podcast that he still thinks he's going to be right on Zach Wilson. He's still holding out hope that he's going to be right on Zach Wilson.
He said he was going to be the best one.
Stugotz is holding out hope because he likes it because it'll fit into the narrative of like, oh, look, Trevor Lawrence is not good, which is what Stugotz like, and Zach Wilson did pass him up.
Right.
That's where he likes it. But no, Zach Wilson's Wilson's done a good job down there so far in the preseason.
You've gotten to know me well. That's exactly.
I know how you work.
Zach Wilson can only succeed away from the Jets.
Like most.
Right. Like all of them. What do you mean? Jackson Dart. You think any chance the Giants start Jackson Dart? It's going to be Russell Wilson.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think it will be. I look at that Week 5 New Orleans game, right? If it's like, hey, they're 2-2 or 1-3, and the offense is just kind of right? I think that's where you could see maybe Jackson Dart thrown in there. They got a tough early season schedule. I always said, like, I think he's ready to play. I don't think it's, like, too much for him at all.
I agree, yes.
Yeah, yes. The beauty of him is he's smart. He's played a lot of football. He's had a lot of reps, like we've always talked about. He played in Lane Kiffin's offense, which is about as pro style as you're going to get in college football. So he knows how to play in the pocket, do that. I told you I'm not wowed by his physical ability, but it's certainly good enough and starting caliber ability. That's for sure. But I was also a part of me that thinks that the Giants don't want to. They want to get their ducks in a row first, right? And what I mean by that is, sometimes with these young quarterbacks, it's not about whether the quarterback's ready to play. It's like, wait, is our offensive line and our team ready to support him the right way to where our quarterback won't get totally killed here early on in the process, right? A la what happened to Daniel Jones when he was in the New York Giants, right? And that's where I think there's a little bit thought there, too, to just, hey, let's let our offensive line get grooming a little bit. Let's see where we're at here. Let's make sure he is totally comfortable mentally, physically in the NFL before we put him out there. So we don't put him out there too quick and it gets bad or it might look ugly, and then everybody goes, why did you draft Jackson Dart in the first round? A little bit like Ben Johnson and what he did. He's going to wait till he feels like they're ready to put the best product out in the field so it doesn't give more fuel to the fire for people to crap on the Bears or Caleb Williams or anything like that.
It's a lot of nuance, but where would Jackson Dart go in a redraft if we redrafted today?
Number 1 overall, Sims, I think. I do.
Sorry, I don't. No, I don't. If it was done today, you're right. With the way the NFL, the way he's looked, he'd be drafted higher.
No, Chris, that's why he's asking. He's asking, like, okay, everyone has seen all the preseason action, and then they're asked to all the guys are thrown back into the draft, and we can redraft
And
again.
The Browns are still picking at 2. They didn't trade back yet.
Right.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, no. I think if they looked at it now, people go, oh, yeah, maybe we should have gone in the top 12 or 14, right? Something like that.
Right.
But at the same time, too, what I want to say is, like, everybody pump the brakes on that BS sometimes too. Again, the first game, they made it about as easy as it could be. He had the great throw down the left sideline for the touchdown, but everything else was 2 yards here, 3 yards here, 2 yards here. They finagled the game. Even last week. I mean, damn, they're in the middle of the drive with Russell Wilson, and they throw a screen with Jackson Dart in the middle of the drive, and he gets a 30-yard gain. I'm sure Russell Wilson came out the field like, what the fuck? Why couldn't I get those cheap 30 yards on my stat sheet? Right. Like, what the hell is that?
Right.
He had 14 completions. I bet you 7 or 8 of them were screens, right? So they're really framing it that way. It's against where I go back to, like, I like Jackson Dart. I know he can play. I know he's a quarterback. I'm not wowed by anything with him physically. He's maybe a better athlete than I expected, but I'm not wow. And his arm, I'm not wow.
Right.
The quickness of the release, I'm not wow. Mm-hmm. I'm not like that. And, that we'll see where that goes. When you're not wow, you got to do it a bunch of other ways. You got to be smart as hell. You got to have great timing. You got to great anticipation. You got to be accurate as hell. And that can be done. Drew Brees, his talent wasn't like, oh my gosh, he's got a rocket arm, all this stuff. No, he did it with all that stuff I'm talking about. Kirk Cousins, same way. Yep. Those kind of guys. That's who I think Jackson Dart has to be. I don't think it's ever going to be Josh Allen, right, or Joe Burrow or anything like that.
How about that hair, though? I mean,
hey, yeah, he's
wow,
cool, man.
Yeah.
He's cool.
The eye
cool.
black too.
I'm sure the New York ladies are going to like him. That's for sure.
Go ahead, Mikey.
Sims, I have an ultimate August type question for you because I was
tired of August.
Yeah, no, I'm sick of it, but I figure I might as well ask somebody who might know.
All right.
So I was out with my buddies and we were drinking and we got into a heated debate, unfortunately heated, about if you took out head coach and the 2 coordinators, who's the most important coach on a coaching staff?
Oh,
I like that.
Wow, that's a good one there. All right, so you took about head coach
and coordinators.
Yeah.
Quarterback coach?
It's up there. I think it might be.
Come on.
I think it might be offensive line.
Yes, that was boring.
Yeah.
Suck it, Josh.
I would say offensive line. Yeah. Offensive line, right? We know defensive linemen are always mad and angry, and that's why they're defensive linemen and all of that. It doesn't take much to motivate that group over there.
Right.
Offensive line, you got to work as a unit, right? You got to always be on the same page. They're usually very intelligent. They question everything. They need to hear intelligent answers and responses, or they question it. And a great offensive line coach has the ability to make the O-lineman basically eat out of his hands, but at the same time, they can motherfuck him and say things to him that you'd be like, holy cow, he is laying into him, and they can take it the right way, right? And that's, to me, where it is. And a lot of the times when we talk about tough football teams, what do they have? They usually got a tough physical offensive line, and that's because the tough physical offensive line coach doesn't, that's all he expects. He doesn't allow anything else. So, yeah, I think I'd go O-line coach there.
Taylor, get Josh on the show. Chris, if your son was good enough to play quarterback in the NFL and you could choose the coach that you would want to teach your son how to play quarterback in the NFL, who would that guy be for you right now?
Man, your guys are coming in with some great August
You like
questions.
that one?
August,
Right? It's August, buddy.
man.
No, but I am wondering, like, who's doing it the best right now? Like, who is the quarterback whisperer,
Man, there's some good ones right now. Like, there really is. I mean, Sean Payton, Andy Reid off the top.
Yeah,
right?
I think Peyton's the guy for me. I do. Yeah.
He might be. I mean, McVay and Shanahan. That's a pretty damn good group right there too.
Yeah,
Kevin O'Connell's coming for all their lunch money.
That's true.
Even LaFleur. I mean, LaFleur and what he's done. He's got Aaron Rodgers to do some different stuff, and of course Jordan Love and all of that. That's another one. Ben Johnson is definitely up there. Ben Johnson is, man. I feel like I'd probably take Sean Payton.
Really?
I probably would.
Just body of work? Yeah.
Body of work. I love Sean's attitude. He's got an offense that's extremely versatile. He understands quarterback mechanics a little bit and all that, so he can teach that as well, right? He knows how to formulate the offense around the quarterback. He's not afraid to try new plays and be aggressive. He's really in the fight with the quarterback. He's like your buddy. And that's where I think, you've seen the success of Bo Nix and all that. So, yeah, if you made me say one, I guess it would be him. But damn, I mean, Kevin O'Connell, I didn't say him. Holy crap. There's some good ones out there right now.
Mikey A said Kevin O'Connell. He's that good, huh? Kevin O'Connell?
Yeah, he is definitely that good. Kevin O'Connell, to me, in the pass game, is without question one of the best out there. The one thing I've said about Kevin O'Connell that maybe doesn't put him quite in the category of Shanahan or McVay or even Ben Johnson is his run game is not quite as creative. They don't lean on it quite the same way. I think they're about to this year. I think that's why they went out and got some free agent. They drafted a first rounder on the O-line. They got 2 free agents from the Colts, right, who can run the football. I think he realizes, hey, I can't just get people open 20 and 25 yards down the field all the time, every game. We got to do some other stuff up here to keep the defense honest, and I think that's what you're going to see a little bit more from them this year with Jordan Mason and Aaron Jones at running back.
Who's the quarterback, Sims, that has the most amount of pressure on them headed into this season? For whatever the reasons are. Is it Justin Herbert? He would certainly be in that conversation.
Yeah, he's up there. Right. He's up there for sure. I look at Dak Prescott, right, to be up there. He's the highest paid quarterback in football, and the results have not been of that. That would be up there for me too. Herbert, you said him. I think the honeymoon's over with Jared Goff.
Yeah,
right?
same. Yes.
I'm a little sick of I'm going to start holding teams' feet to the fire a little bit of hey, you paid this quarterback Lamar Jackson and Mahomes money, and you're not getting results that.
Yes.
So why did you pay him like that? That's your fault. You're an idiot. Why'd you build your team like that? Right? It's like I made a point on my podcast yesterday. I said, or with Florio, I think I said, if we paid Cortland Sutton the same amount of money as Jamar Chase, everybody would just absolutely kill the Denver Broncos.
Right.
But yet we play quarterbacks that are the 10th and 12th and 14th in football, the same as or more than the great ones in the game. And for some reason, nobody says anything. Everyone's just like, oh, well, it's the next guy up.
Right. No one bats an eye. You're right.
Right. And I'm done with that. I'm done with it. I'm going to start putting pressure on all these teams with all of it. Hey, Miami, you got Tua. Hey, Detroit, you got Jared Goff. When they choke and lose a big game, they're going to get it just like Josh Allen and Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson do when they lose, right? I mean, again, I go back to Jared Goff sometimes and go, he blew a 17-point lead in the NFC Championship game, and nobody says peep about it. If
Right.
Josh Allen and Lamar did that, they'd be like, oh, they're losers.
Yes.
They can't ever win anything.
Right.
If they threw 3 interceptions at a home game and got blown off the field against the Washington Commanders, same thing. So that's another one that I think is sneaky under pressure too, because Ben Johnson not being there too. And now it's going to be like, okay, you're not going to have as many tricks at your disposal. Let's see what happens.
But don't you think the fans will come after Goff? Like, if he has one more of those where he goes to the NFC Championship game and they lose, they're going to start to come down on him, don't you think?
I guess. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's anywhere near there yet.
It doesn't seem like anyone cares about Jared Goff. I'm totally with you.
Well, I think the expectations were so low and that he exceeded them that he's kind of got a free pass that way. And, again, it's one of my annoyances of football in general is just that some guys get held to some standard, and then we got another group of guys that it's like, well, wait, they did the same thing that you're getting mad at the guys with their not holding the standard, and then these guys, oh, no big deal, doesn't matter,
Right.
It doesn't matter, right? And I don't get that. Again, I go back. Jalen Hurts sometimes doesn't get held to that standard.
Right.
It does not.
Right.
If Josh Allen or Lamar or anybody played the way he did for 10 weeks this year, it would have been on the Sports Center every day. That's all you would have heard about.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, what are they doing? Right. But because he's exceeded expectations, it's kind of like, oh, okay, no big deal. And as you know, if Jalen Hurts plays like he did in the NFC Championship game in the Super Bowl, the Eagles might never lose a game the whole year.
Agreed.
Sims, we saw a flurry of like minor trades the last 24 hours or so. How hard is it at this point of the training camp to come in and immediately pick up where you need to be to play in week 1, 2 weeks from today?
Yeah, hopefully that's where if you're a veteran, you have a little advantage there, right? Because you just have some base knowledge of a lot of systems and stuff like that. And you know football, you've played enough football to where you can kind of
Well said.
compartmentalize.
I'm not
right.
even going to try. I mean,
Yeah, right. Don't even try. It'll sound like me.
Right.
Where you can go like, oh, wait, we called this lion on one team and we call it Bengal on now. Okay, I can put that together, right? But it depends on the position. It depends on, the scheme itself. It's not easy. Definitely not. And we're at a time here too, Mikey A, where it's like, yeah, some trades are happening because guys are getting to a point where they're going, wait, some like Sky Moore with the Chiefs, they're probably going to cut him. Right? They're probably going to cut him in a few days. But they know some teams need a receiver. These teams out there, like San Francisco, goes, wait, we can't wait for him to be on the waiver wire, and then somebody else claims him. We kind of like him. We need him now, and we'll trade a late-round pick for it. But, yeah, there's going to be a learning curve here to where, other than quarterback, all right, just about everybody, or defensive end. Defensive end's another one where, yeah, just line up out there and go get the quarterback. That's easy. Quarterback's going to take a while. Everything else, I feel like you can get a lot of the basics down and be in a pretty good spot after about 3 weeks, Mikey A, to where you at least could go out there and go, okay, I know everything I need to know right now. I might not know the whole offense or everything, but I know what I need to know, and I can get it done that way.
We play a game on here when you're not on called More Likely.
Mm-hmm.
I ask a question, you tell me which one is more likely, and we got one that we were thinking that you'd be perfect for.
Yep.
More likely to be on the 53-man roster next week.
Do you say likely or likely?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, it is.
Likely,
Which one is more
okay.
Most people say more likely, but his name is Mike, so it's more
Right.
likely.
That's
There we go.
right.
Yeah.
Just explaining the game to you. I mean,
Yeah.
Do you get
So
it?
more,
Come on now.
so more
Come on,
likely when what? Say
More
it again?
likely to be on the
Too many hits.
53-man roster. Kenny Pickett on the Browns or
We-
Jameis Winston on the Giants?
This is a good one. This is a good one.
Yeah, that's why we
because
call
I
it
think
more
we went
likely.
into
Welcome to More Likely.
I think we went into training camp, right, with Kenny Pickett probably going to be the starter, or at least the day one starter in training camp, right? And then that hasn't happened.
nope.
Okay. There's some teams out there that certainly I think, are being extremely dicey with their backup quarterback situation.
Yep.
I've said from the get-go, Stu Gatz will tell you, I always thought Jameis Winston would be the odd man out in New York.
Yep.
They like Tommy DeVito, so you make him the third. I don't think they'd be able to get any of them onto the practice squad. I think any of them would get picked up, right? I know the Giants came out in a strong way and were like, no, we like Jameis. He's good in the locker room. He's in the quarterback room. He's a Giant, right? They could be saying that to drive a hard bargain for teams going oh, they don't really want to give him away. We might have to, give up a little bit more than we want here. I think I'm still going to go with Jameis Winston. I'm not going to buy it. I think that somebody, if I'm the Dallas Cowboys, if I'm the Detroit Lions, what the hell are you doing with your backup quarterback situation? You're getting ready to risk the whole season if your quarterback goes down for a few weeks.
Right.
So I'll go with Jameis because Kenny Pickett's still young, still kind of in the prime of his career. And I think they were hoping to strike gold there with a guy like that was, maybe still had some potential to be untapped there where he could be the starter and the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. So I think he stays. They keep 4, and I'm going to say Jameis ends up getting traded.
All right. Did you enjoy the game there, more Mike Lee? Did you enjoy it? We'll have some more for you next week.
Great.
If you want.
It's sweeping the country.
PFT with Mike Florio every day. The Unbuttoned podcast as well. Football Night in America. They're shooting Super Bowl commercials and promos already. Sims, we appreciate it. Maybe I'll see you next week. I have no idea. We'll see.
I have no idea either, so we'll see. I have no freaking idea. In fact, I was going to text you last night hey, have you heard from anybody or anything? I don't know. So we'll see. Maybe I'll find out later today.
I haven't heard from anyone there. Let me tell you, your dad, big fucker, would have this done already. Let's go. I mean, come on.
Well, he had a little more pull when he was in his prime. Sorry.
You have plenty of pull, man. You're the best. I love doing it. The 3 shows that we did, it was fantastic. It was fun. And the people at NBC were great to me. So thank you to them. PFT with Mike Florio, the Unbuttoned podcast, Football Night in America. Check him out. He's all over the place talking about fucking quarterbacks. He is Chris Sims, and we love him. We will talk to you next week, buddy.
Love you guys. Peace out. All right. Have a good weekend. Enjoy the preseason.
All right. Sorry to get in the way of your lunch.
You're all right. Don't worry.